Whatever. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of On the Red Couch with Max Power. I'm Max Power. And as you can see,
the beer is red.
Well, yeah, I'll give it a red.
It's on the can, fool.
I don't mean shit. It don't mean shit. Yes, we finally came back.
Been a minute.
Yeah, both me and Antonio Picante have been injected with a small dose of a deadly worldwide disease that is with a bunch of other chemicals and microchips.
Yes.
So that now
I'm 30% Microsoft.
Yeah. I'm like Bill Gates owns 30% of you. So so we're back. It's been a little while. This is My Virgin Eyes. We are reviewing
Jurassic Park.
Oh
my God.
So if you're new to this, if you're just watching us for the first time,
sorry.
What we do is we have a bunch of movies in this picture that one of us haven't seen, and we pull it out randomly, watch it, review it. So Jurassic Park. I've seen Jurassic Park hundreds of times. This is Chris's first time.
My first time
ever seeing it. So credits end. Well, side note, we have to rewatch the last 20 minutes.
No, 20 minutes in the middle.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We had to rewatch the middle 20 minutes because somebody fell asleep. So credits end. We rewatched the 20 minutes. What's your thoughts?
It holds up. I like it. It's confusing a bit. Like, I want to like it more, but I don't see why there's like five more things.
Well, there's three, and then they reboot.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a reboot with the fourth and fifth one, which are technically the first and second one.
Yeah. In
the new franchise.
And then the third one's supposed to come out last year, and then
Yeah, COVID and stuff like that. I don't know. I don't know their plans for that. But yeah.
I liked it.
I mean,
it's old school movie, so it's pretty straightforward with the plot.
Yeah, it's a park that they've created dinosaurs.
They breed their own dinosaurs.
Yeah. And then
Side note, velociraptors, you would think they would be faster because it's in their fucking name of the breed. Velociraptor. They're slow as fuck in the movie.
Oh, well, I mean, they're not super slow, but you never really see them out there running. They're just they're always trotting around. Yeah. But it's all that stuff was all animatronics.
Mm-hmm.
So there was no.
Squirming every time she walks by. To show them if you can. Lift your hind parts. Yeah, I don't know why he got it, but that's his newest tattoo. The second session, and it's still extremely sensitive.
We're not playing with the ball either.
Oh,
well, that's Paisley in our ball. Here you go. Here. What was your favorite part? Take it.
Without context, my favorite part is towards the end when the kids are like surrounded by the velociraptors that they've been feasting. They want these kids. They want human meat. T-Rex comes in and fucks all of them up.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to overthink it and be like, what did the kids ever do to get the T-Rex's friendship? The T-Rex don't go after the kids.
Yeah, you would think he would just whatever he sees, he goes for. So like the kids the families would be next.
Mm-hmm.
You would probably think they would go after them first. But then I guess if velociraptors do go after the T-Rex. Like, you see them like kind of clawing at it and like trying to bite at it. But
yeah.
I mean, it really, unless there was like 15 velociraptors, they're not going to beat a T-Rex.
Mm-mm.
Nah. It'd be like a human trying to fight a fucking elephant.
It just takes one time.
Yeah, it just takes one good fucking swipe or one good fucking hit.
So when was the first time you watched this movie?
Movie came out in 1993, so probably like 1994.
I'm taking a guess you have like an emotional attachment to it. Is it one of your higher movies because you saw it? Higher ranking movies because you saw it as a kid?
No, I don't own it, and I like if it comes on TV and I'm not doing anything, lazy Sunday, and it's like, oh, I'm too lazy to change it. I'll watch it, but like I'm not. It's not on my top 10 list of like you have to see this movie. Like If we're gonna be friends, or if I was to date a girl, like dating a girl, like you have to see this movie because if you've never seen it, like you won't understand me, like that kind of thing. So nothing like that. But I mean, it's a classic. I did when I was a kid. I had a crush on the girl.
Oh, you did mention
blonde,
that when we were watching
the blonde. She was, I think she was like, she was probably like 10 in the movie. So like.
But you were a kid, so it's fine.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. She's like, I think she's like 10 or something in the movie, and her brother's like 8, maybe. Is that how it works, or maybe a little bit older? Yeah. But she, I used to like. We would just like talk about her like in school, like me and my friend, like my best friend in school were like in love with her. So we'd talk about her like, like I guess that was like my first celebrity crush, I guess.
Oh dang.
Yeah. But yeah. But other than that, I mean it's just a classic movie. The T-Rex looks cool. It's got John what's his name? What the fuck's his name? Jeff Goldblum. John Goldblum. Jeff Goldblum.
Is this like the movie that breaks out his career?
I mean, I haven't seen a lot of his movies.
Earlier than that? Or around that time?
Yeah. I'm not All right, chill out. Don't be doing that.
You said it came out at what year?
93.
93? This might have been what broke him out, because I think Men in Black came not Men in Black. The first Independence Day came out in 96.
Oh yeah,
he's a co-star in that movie.
So it's all in that same time, I guess. I just like
Jurassic Park was released when?
93.
Wow. That's one thing I didn't expect. That movie looked like it was in the 80s.
No.
Late 80s.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, late 80s, early 90s is like.
There's a 5-year difference, fool.
I know, but that's that same area. That's where all those movies were coming out of. No, it looks good. The graphics look, the effects look good.
It still holds up, but for whatever reason, it's part of me just thought it was older.
The concept of the movie was cool. Like it was. I mean, I guess it's originally a book, I believe. There's a bunch of books about it, so like I'm guessing they took a bunch of that from the book, but it had Newman in there. Can't remember. I don't even know his real name, but the guy who plays Newman in Seinfeld, he was great. He was a spy.
Oh yeah, he was trying to get some of the serum.
He's trying to get the DNA. He's trying to get the DNA of all of them. So he grabs all the DNA of all of the dinosaurs that they've created, and of course he gets fucked at the end.
Yeah, one of the raptors opened up.
Yeah, I don't know what that kind of dinosaur is called, but yeah, it has like this thing. It comes out. That part as a kid always like freaked me out. I used to have an action figure. I remember I used to have an action figure, and it was like that, but you could take it off. You could take this part off, so it just slid on, So just like kind of like that shape, but it had like all the colors around it, and so I slid it on there. Oh, hello. So I had one of those. I had a bunch of those action figures. I think I had all the characters too, like
the human characters.
Yeah, they were just generic looking, like dude in a blue shirt with like a backpack with a hat, and then the girl was wearing the pink. It was the same thing. So like, but they were, obviously this is before they could have like detailed, like this is the character this is the actual person from the movie. Here's an action figure. It was like all that shitty kind of action figures. I had one of the Jeeps and shit.
Or the Ford Explorer.
Ford Explorer.
The Ford Explorer, yeah. It's kind of odd during the movie that they used actual like empty Ford Explorers as like the cars for the track around the entire park to go through all the guides and stuff.
Yeah.
But they look cool because at the time, the car geek gonna come up for the next 10 seconds.
That's fine with me.
I've never seen a Ford Explorer with a glass top on it before. They never existed. Those weren't never made. But to see an Explorer like that, it looked fucking awesome. Dude. Yeah. It's
like, I guess it was like a plexiglass, but like as a what do they call them? Like a full sunroof type thing. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
They actually there's 4 I think in Houston that are they have the Jurassic the cars. Like they deck them out so everything in the car is the exact same as the movie.
Oh, nice.
Even to the point where they even have the shaving cream.
The
cream.
cup. Yeah. Where he hides all the.
And then they have all the boxes in the back. Like so, they put them in there so that you can. And then whenever Jurassic, it used to happen at the Alamo all the time. Jurassic Park. Whenever we'd show it, they would bring them out and they would like park them in the front and like let everybody go in there and take pictures and like.
Oh, cool.
The same. I think it's probably not the same people, but the same ones that have the DeLorean from Back to the Future, which we'll get to that point.
Hopefully.
Yeah, at some point. It's in there.
It's in there.
So like, yeah, they bring their cars, and so like they have like everything inside the car that's just like the movie and shit. A lot of detail, a lot of fucking like that's a lot of dedication for a movie. But
You know what I found odd since you mentioned it? The can of shaving cream.
why?
What do you take? Do you take that to work?
No, but he was on an island. He was going to an island, so he wouldn't be able to. There would be no supplies.
For how long?
I don't know.
I guess.
But even then, it's fucking 93. Nobody fucking checks security. There's no fucking. They could just walk. He could just get on.
There's no
helicopter.
terrorism in 93. Yeah.
So like they would never expected it to be like have him like that.
Yeah.
It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it, who has the fucking
Oh,
weirdest and shortest. Like that must.
I almost didn't recognize him. I wasn't expecting him.
Like
so I wasn't like looking for him.
You would think watching if you had never seen Samuel L. Jackson's career, or if you had like seen some of his stuff, and you saw that movie first, you would think that was his like debut movie, because he's only in it for like 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
He dies off screen. You don't see him die.
That's right.
But he does die. But you never, and you never even see he loses an arm. Like his arm falls off. Like it gets like, which doesn't really make sense because then when they bit him, the arm just fell off, and then they just went. You know, you would think you think his arm would be missing, and he'd just be like still alive, but like with his arm. Anyway, so like the entire movie, he's only in it for 10 minutes, but it's like Samuel L. Jackson is like one of the most well-known actors in the world. He's one of the most famous people. Everybody loves everything he does.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, he doesn't say that. Well, it does. I think he does actually. Well, no, because it's probably PG-13, so he's gonna get away with that. As is before he could actually say shit. So it was just. I just think that's a weird role for him. Like just to be in that movie. I bet you got paid a shit ton of money.
Mm-hmm.
With Spielberg, I'm sure they threw like. We just need an extra. Maybe it's just like to have another name. Like Samuel, because like everybody else in that movie, like they're known, but there's nobody in that movie that's like, holy shit. Like if Jeff Goldblum was in that movie now, people would be like, holy shit, I'm gonna go see it.
Which is odd because the new movie that's coming out, Jeff Goldblum comes back.
Yeah, he's in
his role.
He's not in the second one, but they talk about him. It's in the same universe, so they talk about him in the first one for sure because he writes a book about his experience, and they're reading the book like in the dinosaur park. But that's a whole other thing.
Scale of 1 to 10. What do you give it? Watching it for the first time in a while.
I give it an 8.
8?
Yeah. It's a pretty generic plot line.
7?
Just a 7? Not an 8, not a 9. No, I'm just kidding. With this
again, that might be my fault. You know, this is the movie that there's a fucking Funko Pop of Jeff Goldblum laying back in his leather black jacket.
Yeah,
from that movie.
I mean,
there's a lot of.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah, it's a cult classic.
It's a fan favorite. Yeah,
I don't have that attachment, so I can't. It's a cool movie. I might have to watch the rest of them to be like, oh, this is why there's such a fandom.
Do you want to watch? Does it make you want to watch another one?
Out of curiosity.
Like where do they go?
Yeah,
especially the next two, because like I don't want to give it all away. I won't give it all away. But there's a lot of weird shit. Like it goes a little weird. Okay. Not like Godzilla weird and Kong weird, where shit like that. But it does go a little. It goes more realistic but weird. At the same time.
So somebody fucked a dinosaur.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Nah.
Oh shit. That's heavy, bro.
The music. Who did you notice as soon as they're in the helicopter? What did you say? You were like,
"Oh, this sounds like a John Williams soundtrack." Yeah. And he had a song that kind of did a little syncopated beat that I thought was really good. But I don't know what it is. It's like maybe it's like the opening notes of a song on the score where that's a John Williams sound, and there's a specific sound.
What's the other guy that does it? That does like the Star Wars movies as well? There's two. I can't remember his name, but there's a second one that does like the Star Wars movies. It's either him or somebody else. There's two different, but I don't know. But yeah, they're very similar. That's why sometimes you're like, is that him or is that not him, kind of thing. So
I think I remember saying the same thing when we saw the first Superman movie.
Yeah,
it's like John Williams. Like even if I've never seen the movies, like there's a sound, and if I throw that,
yeah. I mean, almost all the movies we've seen that like the classics, they've all had him as a score. Because I think Conan had it too.
Yeah, you're right.
So like all those people had the same. He was making bank in the night.
Yeah.
He made a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh snap!
Is it my turn to pick?
It's your turn.
All right, you shake it up. While he shakes it up, what we do is there's a bunch of movies in here.
Franchises
that we've never seen. Chris, what do you got? What's in there? Give me some.
Back to the Future, Rocky, Fast and the Furious, Mission Impossible, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Jurassic Park 2.
Jurassic Park 2.
Did you say Fast and Furious?
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
Airplane's
in here. Rush Hour's in here.
Yeah.
We might have to cut in line because Mortal Kombat's coming out soon, and you have to at least watch the first one.
Yeah.
We might have to do something different, but there you go.
Well, on that note, so it's my turn to pick.
Yep.
I'm going with this one.
Uh-oh. It feels like that's been wrapped once or twice already.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I need to do that shit.
Ooh. We're watching Halloween.
Oh, shit balls.
So, if you guys haven't seen the other videos, Chris doesn't like those kind of movies. He never really got into them.
Yeah.
So the
first Friday the 13th turned me around. It did.
Halloween, it's going to be good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Halloween's more like gory, right? Like the blood squirts out. You see like the little hose or whatever?
No.
Okay.
No. Good. But I mean,
it's an old Halloween, right? Like 80s?
Might even be the 7. It might be like 78.
Okay. So it's going to have that same kind of horror tone.
It's similar to Friday the 13th. Like that kind of feel to it. Yeah. This is... Woo-wee. So now that we're putting this in there, we're going to watch it and review. And if we pull it out again, we'll watch the second part.
Yeah.
Sweet. This is a cool movie, man. I mean, it's a cool movie. I haven't seen the original I've probably seen the original once.
So this is pretty much
so it's gonna be it's just like Friday the 13th, how I forgot about most of it.
Oh yeah.
This is the same thing. It's gonna be like whatever happens.
Uh-huh. You own it?
I'm about to find. No, I don't own it now. But
damn.
But I'm sure it's on one of the streaming services. We'll look right now. It's only going to be like an hour and a half long. So
yeah. Oh hell yeah! We might have to record again tonight.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to stop talking about that. But recently, me and Chris watched Kong vs. Skull Island.
Godzilla versus Kong.
Oh, that's it. Godzilla on Skull Island. What'd you think of that movie?
Is this absinthe? What the fuck?
Maybe. What'd you think of the movie? You watched it twice.
Yeah. So that's another movie. I have this sleep test sometimes. If it's a good movie, I'll stay awake even if I'm sleepy. If it's not good enough, then I give up to the Sandman. Then but that day I was fucking tired. I had a long day's work. We go to Travis's house to watch it because he invited us.
Yep.
And he's got the whole movie theater vibe with reclining seats,
chairs, pizza.
And we just ate. And it took us a little journey to get home after we got food.
It took us a while.
And so by the time we ate and I sat down, I was like, oh man, this better be good. And what was it? 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Gone.
You woke up at some point, though.
Yeah, I woke up during the middle and then I went back to sleep. And so I woke up just as the fight between... It's because I watched the movie back at the theater the second time, so I remember this now. Right as Godzilla was fighting Mechagodzilla. That's when I woke up at Travis's.
Oh, yeah. Damn. You missed out the whole fucking movie.
Yeah.
Well, on your second attempt, what did you think?
It was a great movie.
Great?
Yeah. I think it followed the progression of the movie so far. I've seen Skull Island once or twice. Got the original Godzilla once or twice. The Godzilla King of Monsters, that was good. So I kind of was already invested. So I think that it paid off the investment for me.
Right.
If they had never do another one, they never do another one.
Oh, I mean, in about 10 years, they're gonna have another Kong and another Godzilla and another Kong versus Godzilla. Yeah. And we're just supposed to forget about the originals.
What did you think?
It was all right. The plot, I mean, for what it was, the plot was a little out there. But it's cool.
Oh, that the center of the earth is paradise for all the Titans.
Yeah, but that also like the fact that like they were in They were in California and then they got a speed bullet train to China, and it was only a couple hours. Like
living the dream.
Yeah. So there's a whole bunch of shit that like I don't know. It is cool, man. Just like
the fight.
I wasn't going in there expecting, fucking an Oscar winning. Kong wasn't winning an Oscar later on this year or whatever, but like it's cool. Chewing gum for the mind is what my dad says. Just something you just fucking sit there, you don't care about it, there's nothing going on, you're not gaining anything from it. You didn't gain anything from that movie, but you were happy. You were, it's a typical, like dudes like, yeah, like fighting. That monkey's gonna fight the dinosaur. Yeah, so
quite wise your father is.
Mm-hmm.
And next, hopefully, either this weekend or next week, depending, new Mortal Kombat is going to come out. Oh yes. Even if you watch it blind without watching the old movie first.
Well, I mean, it's not a continuation,
and that's a reboot.
So I don't have.
But they'll have something to compare it to.
I don't have to watch the originals right away. So
yeah.
But I mean, I will, and I'm excited for this one. I don't play Mortal Kombat as I don't play the games.
You're not a fan of fighting games at all.
I just don't like them. They're not for me.
Unless
it's like one of those wrestling games, but even then, that's pushing it.
What if it was like Metal Slug, but cosplay is like Street Fighter characters?
What do you mean, Metal Slug? Metal Slug was a shooter.
Yeah, but instead of like RV Men, it's fucking E Honda and Sub-Zero.
I mean, I play that. I play that. That sounds like cool shit. But But the movie looks cool as shit, and it's 2021, so like I know the effects will be good, and there's gonna be some crazy shit, and the acting will be good, and it'll just be chaos for like 2 hours. So I'm down for it.
Hell yeah!
All right, let's talk about beer, and then we can go watch Halloween.
My beer's red.
My beer's regular gold color. What are you drinking? What did I say?
East Brothers Beer Company, red lager from Richmond, California. Pretty good.
California.
Only 4.6% alcohol. Thought it would be more because it's darker.
And then I'm drinking Brewdog's Punk IPA.
Oh, you need to tell me about this because you got a subscription box, or you had 4 different beers. I
just bought a 12-pack.
You bought a 12-pack?
Yeah. So Brewdog they're brewed in Scotland, but then they open up a brewery / hotel in Columbus, Ohio. So whenever the companies if you sell beer in the States and then you open a brewery in the States, you have to like redo all your licenses and shit like that. So it takes a couple of years. So they pulled Brewdogs out of the state, but now they're back. So they have 12 packs, hit specs and shit like that. Probably just gonna have it constantly in my fridge.
And on that,
yeah, still don't have an outro.
Here's the outro. I'm not chugging it right now.
I'm also not chugging.
I'm gonna enjoy it. I'll probably kill this through Halloween if you have it.
You're gonna be sipping on that for that long?
Motherfucker, you.